what was your life before and how chiropractic has changed that. So tell me just a little bit here. What was your life before? You were a trauma surgeon.
Before chiropractic, yeah.
Before chiropractic.
General surgeon, at the end, trauma surgeon. And of course, you can imagine in the hospital all the hours and night shifts and weekend and every day and all the stress, 24-hour shifts.
Yeah, and always on call when you were on call.
Yeah.
Not knowing what was coming next.
Of course, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
everything.
What led you into chiropractic then?
At the end, a colleague of mine who said, let's do this. Because there's in Germany, you have this chirotherapy in the medical world, which is unspecific, manipulating, terrible thing. I did the first week and it was not satisfying at all. And then I had a call with a good friend. He's a medical doctor. We went to medical school together. And she said, we're doing chiropractic. I had no idea what chiropractic is. I just ended up there in the school at the AIC. With Mark, yes.
Wonderful. And so, was it love at first sight with chiropractic? Or was it something that as you learned more about it, you fell in love with?
I had no idea what chiropractic is when I said it in the school. It was a 4-day seminar, first time. It was the first 2 days just philosophy. For me, coming from medical world, totally weird. I had no idea what it is, what he's talking.
Yeah.
And then in between, he asked for an adjustment. He said that we get adjusted. I said, no, I want to learn it to do it for the patient. And then once in a while, he adjusted my atlas. And this totally changed my life.
Yeah.
I went home. I couldn't sleep. I was so energized, so full of power. Wake up in the morning, still full of power. And I thought, what was this? This must be a really, really powerful, changing thing.
Yeah. And after all of your years of science and anatomy and biology, what did you think had happened?
I thought it was weird. It was like a kind of brainwash, what I was told. But at the end, now I know it was like a brainwash in the way that your brainwash was washed clear. At the end, the medical school is a brainwash.
Yes. I have thought that after an upper cervical adjustment where I said, like, my brain got its windows washed.
It was totally lightened up and clearing everything out. And
And I imagine that then after having that experience, then to get the more practical, tactical, okay, here's what you do. I think that's a beautiful thing to have an experience and then understand the nuts and bolts.
Yes. I went in the hospital and then I adjusted the patient there and my colleagues and the nurses and whatever and saw the changes then in them. Step by step, it became more and more and more.
So how did that make you feel about the medical practice that you had?
It was a great thing. It was surgery. It was life-saving and everything. A really good thing. But to really change a life, that's what chiropractic is doing. That's what I always say. Medicine saves lives and chiropractic creates a life out of a life. That's really sets the power free and everything. So that you can express your whole full potential and everything.
Yes, because we see babies and we can see, or young children, and we see the potential there, like a flower bud. But then understanding, like, sometimes the flower bud doesn't open, it doesn't flourish, and the idea that you could improve the connection, that you could help it to just flourish and blossom with everything that it already has, is a wonderful thing.
Awesome thing, yeah.
So then, when did you open your own practice? How did that go?
It came side by side. I was in the hospital, I did the medical thing, I adjusted the patient, I had hours for people recovering after working accidents. That was a specialty of my hospital, and I adjusted them. And the patient said, oh, this is a really powerful thing, much better than all the rehabilitation thing, what I'm doing. Now I can go back to work again, and it was more and more. And then my contract ran out, and they appreciate what I was doing there. So they asked me to stay here to have chiropractic hours in the hospital. So I stayed there and had chiropractic hours in the hospital. So at the end I opened my practice in the hospital. I asked if I can also have my private patient there, and so it started.
Yeah.
So it was a small shift. It was not a cut, it was a small shift.
Yeah. So what led to being here at Discover. What is the experience like? That was, you said 12 years ago that you
12
came?
years ago, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's brought you to here and now a little bit?
The main intention is that I have to care for myself, to improve myself, to bring out the best thing inside of me, to recover, to have the best version to serve the patient.
Yes. You said something
It's
beautiful.
so important.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you said something beautiful last night. You said that when you adjust, it's like a meditation.
Yeah, for me it's a meditation. I touch the patient or the clients or whatever we call them. I don't like patients so much, and then you feel it, yeah.
Yeah. And that's, from what I understand of trauma surgery, you know, that's just night and day from where you were at physically. But then to then take the next level of taking care of yourself now so that you can continue to, in that meditation, give from your overflow instead of emptying out. That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
The better you are for the patient.
Is there anything else that you would want to add?
No, it's fine.
Wonderful.
So I'm so grateful to end up in the chiropractic practice. Chiropractic is for me, it's holiday. It's the best life you can have. It started from day one. I quit medicine and started chiropractic in the hospital.
And I think that's really meaningful when you also have the contrast. Like you have the contrast of where you were at, what you did, also to know what it is now. When you say that it's such a blessing now, you understand the full measure of what a blessing it is.
Yes,
well.
of course, totally. I'm so grateful every day.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
No, I really
Happy
appreciate
to be here.
you sharing this evening.